Hi everyone, this is Jack here. I'm speaking about the difference between a channel and a portal. Now, a channel, for instance, we have in the dimensions about a year ago shut down all channels. Now, the reason why we did that was to see which human beings as channels were deceiving and which human beings were actual channels that were accessing the dimensions. How did we do this? The following way. We shut down all the channels. We closed them down completely by a metallic placement. It was like looks like a metal placement within the entire channel system that's in human beings. In that shutdown, you'll see if the information of the being that is usually channeled with this human being changed drastically, or if there were absolutely no contact made after about a year ago with the dimensions at all, it was just kind of switched off in one moment, you know that that was a channel. Okay, the being channeled another being. But after a year ago, if there are any human beings still apparently channeling dimensional beings, they were of the deceptive mind consciousness pre-programmed channel system as their unconscious mind. We shut down all channels. And we retreated all beings, retracted, moved away all dimensional beings from any channel. In other words, from about a year ago, there were no dimensional beings channeling in this world. So, if there were still human beings continuing to channel after a year ago, they were unconscious mind, pre-programmed manifestations within the human being, which is what is called a mind fuck. Huge. So, pre-programmed channels have to face themselves in a quite extensive way. Now, what is the difference between the channel and the portal? The portal, this lady leaves her body at any given moment, anytime, any place. She has constant communication with the dimensions. There's no dependency on a dimensional being to first contact her before she's able to communicate and then leave her body, as with other channels. Other channels, they have to wait for the dimensional being to contact them first and arrange a specific communion, and then a channel will take place. And a channel is only able to channel for so long, and then that's all it can handle. This being, as a portal, or this portal, as the being is able to leave her body completely for as long as she wants. If it's a week, another being wants to come here, it's a week. It doesn't matter. Then she is in the dimensions for a week. So therefore there's no codependency. She contacts the dimensions whenever. It's like a normal conversation. The dimensions, her communication and participation with the dimensions is like participation and communication with human beings. It's normal. It's how it is. There's no inequality of some higher essence or higher being first having to give her permission to do anything. No, it's not like that. So, there has been specific human there's been specific dimensional beings with human beings who has continued. We did have a cross-reference test, if you want to call it that, where, for instance, the dimensional being who communicated with these beings said, I'm not going to continue channeling again, I am retreating, I'm stopping it, I'm closing it down. And what happened? The channel couldn't access the particular dimensional being. So what is that? That is confirmation that that is a real channel, that the being does not have a mindfuck going on. But if there are any other channels in the world that still continued after a year ago, except that one, maybe a few more, but in essence, if there are any channels that continued from a year ago, it's a mind consciousness manifestation. But this particular one that I just mentioned is a different scenario. And the beings know who I'm talking about. Just to let them at ease by what I am presenting here. So, those that have continued to channel after a year from now, and the messages seem to be exactly the same, understand that you are channeling your own unconscious pre-programmed mind. It's your mind consciousness system manifested of pre-programmed information that you apparently channel. Those that have been turned off, switched off, no dimensional contact will remain as such until they have transcended themselves. And why did we do this, human beings? Because the only way that we can make sure that human beings don't hear bullshit anymore. Stop. It stopped. Everything stopped. If you still hear bullshit from channels, understand that it's the channel that's channeling her or his unconscious mind. So we did it to make sure that we have a specific environment. We can make sure that human beings don't hear any more bullshit of separation. Okay, thank you very much. This is Jack.